Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over 5 books from my TBR list for this month that I think are going to be 5-star reads. I've already made a video about the 5-star reads I've already read this year, which I will link above and below, so you can check that out after this video. So let's get started. Doing this in any kind of order, but I'm going to start with this one, Fan Service by Rosie Donnan, I think that's how you pronounce her name. The story for this sounds really unique, and not only that, but it really reminds me of Supernatural, which is a show I was cripplingly addicted to for a while. But just to give you a better idea of what I mean, I'm gonna read the back. The only place small-town outcast Alex fits in is in the online fan forum she built for the Arcane Files, a long-running werewolf detective show. Her dedication to archiving fictional supernatural lore made her internet famous, even if she harbors a secret disdain for the show's main star, Devin Ashwin. Never meet your heroes, sometimes they turn out to be the worst. Ever since his show went off air, Devin and his career have spiraled, but waking up naked in the woods outside his LA home with no memory of the night before is a new low. It must have been a happenstance that an ultra-rare wolf blood moon eclipse occurred the night before. The claws, the fangs, the howling are a little more difficult to explain away. Desperate for answers, Devin finds Alex, the closest thing to an expert that exists. If only he could convince her to stop hating his guts long enough to help. Once he makes her an offer she can't refuse, these reluctant allies lower their guards, trying to wrangle his inner beast. Unfortunately, getting up close and personal quickly comes back to bite them. So it just sounds like a really unique story. Also, werewolves, who doesn't love that? I was too sucked into Twilight as a teenager to ever turn down a werewolf romance. Team Jacob for life. So I'm really excited about this one. Also, I've read a few of her books before and have really liked them. Really liked her voice in all of them, so I'm very excited about this. Also, it really sounds like there's going to be a lot more to this than just the romance, which, as I've said a million times before in so many videos, that I really do feel like I need something other than just the romance going on in order to keep me engaged and interested in a story in a book. And I feel like this is definitely gonna have that, like why is he turning into a werewolf, how to take care of that, can you cure it, how do you cure it, how do you live with it if that's the problem, and all of that fun stuff. So really excited about this one. So all the other books that we talk about in this video are arcs that I got from NetGalley, and as I've mentioned in a million videos before, if you want to check out my video about how to get started on NetGalley, you can link them down below. So the first book I want to talk about is Roll for Romance. This is one of the ones I'm really excited about. I mean, I'm excited about all of them, but this one in particularly because of it just seems once again like a really unique story. So it has like dual storylines going on. One of them is the main characters in their real lives in modern day, and the other storyline that's going on is the characters in their D&D game. As someone who really likes Critical Role and that kind of stuff, I'm really excited for this. Once again, I really feel like this is definitely going to have more than just romance in it, so it's going to be super fun and engaging. Also, like, it will be able to satisfy my contemporary romance itch and also my high fantasy romance itch, and really excited for that. So I'm going to read the description. I have it on my laptop over here, so I'm just going to read it real quick. When Sadie unexpectedly loses her marketing job, she flees New York City and spends the summer with her best friend in a small town in Texas, where joining his D&D campaign is the perfect distraction while she plans her next steps. In the game, she becomes Jaylee, a powerful human cleric blessed by the goddess of luck, but in real life, she believes her luck has run out until she meets Noah, the outgoing bartender roped into joining the party as Lauren, an adventurous and charismatic lute-strumming elf. Just as Jaylee finds herself succumbing to the bard's charms over the course of their party's travels, Sadie also begins to fall under Noah's spell. As the relationship progresses in both worlds, Sadie wonders if what they have might last beyond the game. But like his traveling bard character, Noah never stays in one place for long. When a new opportunity arises in New York, Sadie must face the truth about why she lost her job in the first place, and whether she and Noah have found something in Texas worth staying for. Torn between her career dreams in the city and an exciting uncertainty of a new adventure, she will have no choice but to roll the dice. See, that sounds interesting, doesn't it? It sounds like 2 different romance novels squished together. So next is My Big Fat Vampire Wedding. This is like a marriage of convenience trope with vampires and everything, and once again, my Twilight-addled brain can't say no. So I'm just gonna read the description real quick. Pandora has real problems. She still lives with her parents. She's working a dead-end job, and oh yeah, she's a vampire who must get married by her birthday in 3 months' time or she won't inherit the ancient family fortune. One slight catch, she's single. But then she finds her perfect faked husband, Victor, a PhD student with mountains of student debt. She can marry him, pay off his debt, and divorce him. The only slight problems are that Victor doesn't know that she's a vampire and absolutely cannot find out. And Pandora's family absolutely cannot find out the wedding is fake. Plus, the growing attraction between them has Pandora questioning if she even wants this marriage to be fake. Can the pair survive the big fat vampire wedding? That sounds really fun. This sounds like obviously it's going to be very focused on their romance, but it sounds like it's going to have enough fun and hijinks going along with it to keep me entertained and just be a really fun read. Also, this one is slight cheating because I've already started this book a little bit. I've read like the first few chapters, I think, and love it. Absolutely loving it so far. Now, granted, I've only read, like I said, the first few chapters, so that's not really a good indication of a book's gonna be 5-star or not, because as I mentioned before, I was reading a book from Love Like Farms series, and I absolutely loved the first like 80% of that book, like 5-star read, but then the last 20% was so bad, I wanted to throw the book at the wall, and it completely ruined it. I think I ended up rating the book overall like a 3-star. The last 20% was that bad to me. So the first few chapters is not a good indication, but it's enough to make me excited. Next is this book, Friends with Benefits, which once again is not only another marriage and convenience trope book, but also one I've a little bit cheated on, and I've already started a little bit, and absolutely in love with the beginning of the book. Not only is the story really good, but also like I love the author's voice in it. It's just the way they write is amazing. I will definitely, even if this book ends up not being a 5-star read, I'm still going to be looking at other books from this author. Like, I didn't know I needed a like middle school, elementary school teacher main male character, but now I do. So I'm just gonna read the description of the book on my laptop over here. Evie Bloom pays attention to the details. Her very job depends on it. As an aspiring Foley artist, she's responsible for every crisp footstep, smacking kiss, and distinct sound in film and television. So when she's selected for a fellowship opportunity that would make her career dreams come true, she's quick to spot the catch. There's no health benefits. And for someone with a chronic illness, that's a non-starter. Theo Cohen is an elementary school teacher who can't afford to live on his own in LA and is facing eviction after his roommates couple up and move out of their rent-controlled apartment. But there is one loophole in his lease. Each tenant must meet the income threshold unless the tenants are married. For Theo, the answer is obvious. Marry Eve, his best friend since forever. It's not as if they don't spend all their time together anyway. Not only will Theo be able to keep his apartment, but Evie will be added to his health insurance plan so she can accept her dream fellowship. It's such a logical, practical solution. Never mind that Evie doesn't really want to be married, not to Theo, not to anyone, ever. Or the small, complicating fact that Theo has always been a little bit in love with Evie. But it doesn't have to be that big of a deal. Marriage. It will just give them space to breathe and much needed relief from the daily financial struggles. It won't change anything. It's going to change everything. That sounds really good. As I said, I did cheat a little bit, and I've already started reading this one, and like I said, absolutely love the author's voice in it, love the writing style, love everything. But as I mentioned with the previous book, I know reading the first few chapters is not an indication if it's gonna be a 5-star read or not, because I've read some books where the first like half the book was amazing and the last half was so awful it ruined the first half for me. So that's no indication other than it's making me hopeful. Also, I already know this book, despite what it sounds like, has a little more going on with it than just the romance, which is something I really look for in a book, but also the side characters are fun and engaging and interesting, and I'm just really excited about this one a lot. So last but not least is Heartstrings. So this is another one where I've cheated a little bit, and I've actually already started this book, so I know I'm already liking it a lot. However, it does have a trope in it, second chance romance, that I'm not a fan of, so it may, I don't know. This author I've read another book from and absolutely loved it, 5-star read, and she also used a trope that I wasn't really into that much at the time. So if anyone can do it, it's her. But I was also part of the street team for the cover reveal for this, which was really fun to do. But it also means that I'm able to read this book in tandem with a bunch of other people and talk about it with other people, which is a really fun aspect I didn't think I was going to enjoy so much, but I really am. It's sort of like a book club, but not really. But as I mentioned, I've read another book from this author before, the first book in this series, because it's like, they're a series, but they're kind of standalone. Like, you don't need to read one to read the other. But the first book is up here, and it has a honored spot, one of the prime locations on my bookshelf right here, and it is Morbidly Yours. I absolutely love this. This gave me one of my favorite book boyfriends, Callum, who is a shy, stuttering mortician in Ireland, and he is precious and I love him. But the book, The Heartstrings, follows her cousin Lo and his best friend Aiden as they work together to bring together this couple's wedding. So I'm going to just read the description on my laptop real quick. Lo doesn't believe in second chances. Surviving cancer taught her life is too short to spend time on someone who wronged you. But Aiden O'Toole is determined to show her that life is best spent together. When the toughest nails Texan moved to Galway for medical school, she wasn't looking for love. Aiden, a gorgeous, tattooed, mandolin-playing lawyer, slipped past her defenses. They each fell hard and fast, but when Aiden was given the opportunity of a lifetime to move to London to record an album, he took it, breaking Lo's heart. Yet more than 2 years and a successful album later, every song he writes is still about her, the one he let get away. And every time Lo hears his voice on the radio singing about love, is an arrow straight to her soul. But they're on a collision course as maid of honor and best man at a weekend-long Irish castle wedding. Are some mistakes worth forgiving? Can Aiden convince Lo that their song wasn't meant to end? See, that sounds really good. Like, it has an Irish setting. It's written by an author who has written another 5-star read, and it's a continuation of that 5-star read series. And so I just think it's going to be a 5-star read for me. The only thing that has me thinking maybe not is the second chance romance, which I just really typically don't like. However, this author's first book made me fall in love with a few tropes that I didn't think I would like. So if anyone can do it, it's her. Do you have any books on your TBR list you think would be 5-star reads? If so, comment down below and maybe I can add them to my list too. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!